Now, places like Italy or Paris start very early when they're planning for their fashion shows. They have to figure out what's going to be popular and really hope that people will be influenced here in America by their fashion. Now, the people from America that go to places like Paris or Italy to buy the fashion designs are called buyers. And their job is to think about what will influence people here in the States. They'll usually go to big cities like New York or LA and really figure out super specific clothing designs that will mesh with the people who live in those locations. Now, you're not going to buy them from the buyers themselves, but they sell them from vendors or shopping centers, and that's where people go to buy. But another kind of people that influence fashion design are movie stars. I mean, you're all high school students, right? But you have a lot of soft feelings for some of those movie stars. But we also have magazines, media, all that show who the who's who are that wear what kind of clothing we want to wear. But most of our fashion influence comes from the media. I mean, it's constantly on, bombarding us with pictures and images of who's wearing what. And it can really influence anyone or anywhere. I mean, where you live or where something is sold, whatever connects to you. And there's a lot of influence from media. And fashion is a very quick process, which we call trends. And trends come again from people who are dressing in a certain way that we want to emulate. Anyone have any questions? Yes, good question. So the project that we're going to do today, I want you to take home with you. I want you to research each designer and find a design that you really like or that fascinates you. Tell me why you're following them or why it's an inspiring piece of work. And then I want you to bring it to class so you can present it, okay? Remember to give me your reasons for the fashion and the topic. Yes, definitely. So you can definitely use trends that were in the past. A lot of people look in the past to grab ideas for fashion trends that they want now. Usually around the 60s, 70s, or 80s. They try and take a lot of different styles. I mean, it could be from whatever era. They usually incorporate it with mainstream society. Normally it's not the exact match of the fashion that day. But we have really skilled designers who are able to come up with ideas that can incorporate past influence with mainstream fashion. What do I see for the next trend? I've been seeing a lot of casual wear lately. I mean, if I see anyone dressing in some big flamboyant gown and giant hat, I just don't think that's going to really connect with people today. I mean, it might match with their own personal fashion style. You might really think it's interesting, but could people afford those types of awesome gowns? No. But there are knockoffs, which are copies of a very similar style. If it was more affordable, maybe. But really, in the future, I think it's going to stay the same for a little while. Casual clothing is really popular. Flip-flops are really popular. I mean, of course, it depends on the area. weather does change. So if you're someplace warm, you might, like flip flops. But if you're someplace cold, flip flops might be a bad idea. And that also helps change the style too. Do I think deaf people have a different kind of fashion? I don't know. I mean, deaf people might have a certain type of fashion that's personal to them, but I don't think that it's going to be different. I think it's the same with everybody, whether you're deaf or not deaf.